What is up, guys? LA Gamer here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 2 of my Rams rebuild series on Madden. I have just recorded episode 1, so I'm still in that hype phase. As now I'm recording episode 2, I still luckily remember everything that happened because I just did it. So let's look. As right here, I moved one more week ahead. We actually sent the Super Bowl. I'll check in just a second who won the Super Bowl for those of you who are curious. But for now, let's sign some of the bigger players. We have $50 million in cap space, and we got a few big players we need to sign, obviously, as we have Nick Fairley being one of those guys. Let's give him way more than he's asking for, because this guy got like 7.5 sacks, I think it was. So we're gonna give him some dough. Not only that, but I want to emphasize this to you guys who don't play Madden enough or don't do rebuild leagues enough. I do rebuild leagues a lot, so I understand how the contracts work. Very rarely does a player's desired contract actually represent what they want. If you gave every single person their desired contract, maybe 20% will sign. And I'm not going to take that risk with players who I think are really nice players, you know? I mean, guys who make big differences for my team, I'm going to sign them more than their desired contract says they want to be signed, because I need to keep those types of guys on my team. So we got to keep Janoris Jenkins. He got 5 interceptions last year, led our team by quite a large margin. So we'll give him, how much more is this? Let's give him like about 3 to 4 mil more than what he was asking for. And hopefully that's enough to make him happy, and it is. Now Hayes here, did he do anything really? I mean, I wish there's, you know what I wish? You see on the right how they have the abilities and traits. I really wish they showed you their previous year's stats. That would really help, because then I would have an idea of what they actually did. So we already have a good left in, and Chris Long. So let's not give him his desired contract. Let's give him a little bit less, see if he signs, because we don't need him as bad as we need other positions. So let's just sign him for a little bit less, see if he signs, and he does. So maybe some of these guys don't need as big of contracts as I thought they did. Tremaine Johnson, I don't think he really did much. Let's see. I don't want to sign any of these crappy guys who are like 50 or 60s overalls. I know I need them to fill out the roster, but who cares? I mean, we'll sign. I mean, realistically, we're drafting 7 guys in the draft, so we'll just not sign 7 guys. Plus, I intend on having a pretty nice free agency, so we'll give Brian Quick a little bit of money, but honestly, I don't want Brian Quick that bad, because I want to pick up a big receiver in free agency or the offseason. So yeah, see, he's not interested in that. We'll get Greg Zerline, because he's not that bad of a kicker. He's got pretty good kick power. 4 years for $6 million. That's ridiculous, but we'll give him 5. I mean, you're a kicker, bro. Like, I don't know why you think you deserve bank. You're confusing me. You probably won't even sign for that. No, he's not interested, but whatever. You win some, you lose some. Ronnie McLeod is a guy who I want to get back, because he's our free safety, our starting free safety. Oh, why do you want so much money, homie? You want $3.5 million? I guess that's functional. I mean, he's 23 and he's at 80 overall, so I would feel stupid getting rid of him, so we can't allow that to happen. We'll give him 16.8. $4 million a year for our starting safety is not that bad. So he's interested in that, luckily. Mark Barron, he's a good backup linebacker, so we'll sign him. Hopefully he doesn't want that much. He wants, okay, no, $3 million, $3 to $4 million for a backup linebacker is not worth it. Especially when we can get a guy who's a little bit worse for maybe $1 million. So we won't do that. Only rejected contracts will be from Brian Quick and Greg Zerline. And a lot of the other guys I really couldn't care less about. So we'll send to next week. Which, oh yeah, I need to check the Super Bowl winner. Again, I almost completely forgot. So either way, we're going to check who is going to be in the offseason. But before we do all of that, I know I'm kind of keeping it crazy for you guys, as we don't have a center. So I think that means that we need to draft a center, because that's a little bit of an issue. So let's see what's going on here. Tom Brady actually retired. Wow. Peyton Manning retired as well, it looks like. Yep, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady back-to-back stories. Quite interesting. So let's check. Hopefully if I go this way. Oh, this regular season week 17. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm sorry. This is gonna take forever, I feel like. Let's go back the other way. I don't know where the story is gonna be for Super Bowl. I should have checked last week before I sim, because it's probably gonna just make it take a little bit longer. Looks like a few guys have retired. Some of the bigger guys of the past couple of years. We got Dwight Freeney, James Harrison, Steve Smith Sr. Those are a few nice guys who definitely used to be great players. So interesting seeing them retire in this game. And I guess we'll see at the end of this year if they actually retire in real life as well. So let's see. D'Angelo Russell. I'm not D'Angelo Russell. This is not basketball. D'Angelo Williams was actually released in free agency right there. Cam Newton throws for 3 touchdowns during Carolina's 31-21 win over Kansas City in the Super Bowl. There you go. The Panthers played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and Cam Newton won the game for the Panthers. That's crazy, considering in real life I believe the Panthers are 12-0 right now, so they're dominating in real life, and I guess they're dominating in the game as well. So let's see what we can do. Our kicker didn't sign. I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Justin Tucker. Let's see what he wants. Well, he wants about the same amount that freaking, what's his name, Zerline won, and this guy's way better. So we'll give Tucker way more money than he deserves, but that's because we need a kicker. So I'm willing to give him a little bit of extra money. So Vernon Davis is a nice tight end, but we're gonna worry about what we need, guys. I know I can get carried away so easily because there's some good players out here, but we need to get what we need to get what we need. Steven Wisniewski is a nice player. We'll give him about $19 million. We'll give him about a $4 million bonus, $4.5 million bonus. That should be the highest contract he gets, but we never know. Mackenzie Bernadette. This guy's got like 99 strength, so I've always liked him. I usually get him in my ultimate team, so I'm comfortable with him in this as well. So we'll give him about 8.6. Since nobody else is offering him a contract, we shouldn't have to give him that much money. So we'll give him that much. Right tackle. Schwartz fits our scheme. He's 27 years old. We also have Bobby Massey here. Bobby Massey. I don't know exactly how to say his name. Any other guys who fit our scheme on? No, not really. Mitchell Schwartz, I think. But he wants like $2 more million than Massey. And this guy wants like another $1 million less than him. So we'll get Britton. He's probably the best player who we can get for the amount of money he's asking for. And no, we're not trying to give him $15 million. That would have been a bad mistake. So here we go. $6 million in contract, $3 million bonus. And I think that's very reasonable. So we have a really good defensive line. We have a pretty nice... Why do we have no middle linebacker? Oh, it's because we don't have a backup. So let's get a backup for what's his face? James Laurinaitis. We'll get Akeem Dent. Pretty nice tackler. Laurinaitis has had injury issues before, so we want to get a backup. That's pretty good for the situation that Laurinaitis is probably one of the most likely guys on my team to get injured. So of course not wishing anything bad on him, but we got to prepare for the worst and plan for it as well. So Jeremy Lane, good coachability. Good scheme fit. Oh, the coachability is because we have a coach who's good at working with cornerbacks. Jeremy Lane fits the scheme well though, and he's nice and young, 26 years old. Let's see if we can pick him up for maybe this much money. And I think that's basically about the majority of the work we need to do. Any other big guys who I really like, I doubt it. So, oh, who's our strong safety again? It's TJ McDonald. So we don't really need one, but Tony Jefferson, 24 years old, 85 overall. That'd be a good player. Greg Hardy, oh my goodness, he's a good player too. It's not that bad of a draft class, but I like to keep a little bit of the money on me because, like I said, there's going to be multiple seasons of rebuilding. I highly doubt we're going to be able to rebuild the team completely in 1 year. So we're going to want to keep some money for next year's free agency as well. We're not going to go all in, especially not for positions that we don't really need. So let's look. We're the highest bidder for Tucker, highest bidder, of course, only bidder for Bernadette, highest bidder for Wisniewski, highest bidder for Lane, Britton, and Dent. So that gives us the best opportunity to sign all of these guys. And that's a good sign because, like I said, those are the guys I want. That's the reason I signed them. So hopefully they will sign. We'll move week by week. And then next week, I think it is, when the combine stats come in, we'll look at the draft class right here when the combine stats come in. I highly doubt any of the free agents are going to sign after 1 week. And we got Dent. Okay, he's a backup. So not the biggest guy. The combine drafts are in. Sweet. I love the combine drafts. This gives you a great idea as to what these players can do. Now, let's see. Justin Felton's not that fast, but look at he must have great acceleration due to his 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle time, and his vertical and jump and his broad jump are #1 for wide receivers. So the dude's athletic. So he looks pretty good. For this, oh my goodness, Delonte Dial. I think that's probably his name. Delonte Dial, 6'2", and look, he's basically first in every single thing besides 40-yard dash, and that's still a 4.35, which is unbelievably quick. Let's see who we can. Oh my god, he's got terrible ability though in terms of playing the game. He's just a very good athletic body. Let's see what Telvin Moss can do. B+ man coverage, lockdown corner. That's something that would be nice. Remember, I'm gonna be looking at a lot of corners here. And look at this guy. Yep, he's definitely a prototype. B man coverage, B press, B- zone. Definitely much better intangibles than Delonte Dial, and he's still up there at first and second every single category, or first, second, and third in every category. First, actually, in 40-yard dash. That's really impressive. So let's look at McNeil. Has a 4.38, but he's really slow in terms of acceleration. That's a little bit concerning. Justin Felton, I highly doubt he'll still be there, but that's a really nice receiver. We have two top-notch second-round picks. due to the fact that the Eagles actually gave us their second rounder when they traded for Sam Bradford last year. So because of that, we should have a really good actual, we should have a good draft because we'll have 2 top-notch second rounders, which should give us a chance to get a pretty nice, pretty nice players in the second round. But this Caesar Griffin guy, best 40-yard dash time. Now he's going to be a little bit slower in terms of acceleration because he's a red zone threat, but he's got the best 40-yard dash time. He's 6'4", 21 years old, and look at those top 3 skills: B+ catch, B+ release, and B+ catching. The reason I'm saying this weird is I'm really impressed. I'm very rarely highly impressed by a scout because I scout all the time. Like I said, I love to do rebuild leagues, so I'm always looking at scouts. That guy looks really good though. This guy is second in terms of 40-yard dash, but he's 4th in 3-cone, 6th in 20-yard shuttle, and top 5 in vertical jump with a 42.3. That's impressive. Also, he's 21 and only 6 feet tall, but he's from LSU. Is this going to be the white Odell Beckham? Who knows? Let's check what he can do. Can't really catch like Odell can. Still a good catcher nonetheless, but Caesar Griffin I feel like fits the number 1 role more than anybody else because he's 6'4". Scott Cook looks pretty nice too, but I don't know about number 1. Even though he's going to be really fast and really elusive, I just don't know about number 1 spot. You know, so that's something I'm a little bit skeptical about. So let's look at the second round. Second round, we're going to look at wide receivers and cornerbacks again because that's what we need the most. Let's see. I'm going to look at on some combine grades. This guy's only 5'8", and he's kind of slow, so definitely not looking at him. Let's just go straight to receivers, and then we'll go straight to cornerbacks because those are the positions I'm most interested in upgrading. Let's see. Combine grades. This guy's got a pretty good combine grade. Pretty good all-around stats. Let's see if he can catch. B catching, B- spec catch, B- release, and he's projected higher than he's actually, he's got talent higher than what he's actually projected to go. So that's something to keep in mind. This guy, I don't know. It seems like most of the speed guys are here in the first round. So that's something to keep in mind. That the receiver is probably what I want to get with my first round selection, just because that's where the top receivers is in this first round, and then there's kind of a big drop off. So let's check quarterbacks real quick. We need a quarterback. So if we can find a top-notch quarterback, I'll consider him. This guy's mobile. He's first in 40-yard dash, second in 3-cones, and 20-yard shuttle. A throw power, B+ throw and run, and B+ throw accuracy short. What the heck? That's pretty good. Pocket passer, but this guy's not got that bad of a B+ accuracy short and accuracy mid. He's a 3rd round selection. Let's continue to look down the board. I've gotten top-notch quarterbacks in late rounds, so I'm not going to doubt anybody now. Looking for a guy who's still got a little bit of throw power. No, that guy's not looking very good. I don't want to waste too many scouting points. Man, this quarterback looks really nice, though. Maybe we can trade 2 of our second rounders and get a quarterback and a receiver. If we can trade our 2 second rounders and get another first rounder, that could be a good investment. I don't know. B+ consistency, B-. Okay, Noah Pittman. We have 2 second rounders, so this guy looks pretty good too. Connor Simon. Zach Daniel looks really good though. Like, he looks really good. B+ throw and run, B+ throw accuracy short, and an A throw power. But this guy's got B+ throw accuracy short and B+ throw accuracy mid, so he's got great accuracy and a pretty decent arm at A-. So we can get him in the second or third round. I think that's something that we need to consider, is if we can get him that early and we don't have to waste one of our second rounders. I think that's for the best. So we'll be able to keep these guys on our scouting board, and then the second round we can look to get a cornerback to go along with the quarterback. So our first 3 picks will probably be wide receiver, quarterback, then cornerback. So let's look out of the first round. This guy's got a great combine grade. What did he do? Okay, good combine stats. Let's look for a good combine warrior here. We have Karis Crawford. Terrible man coverage. That's supposed to be his top skill. I'm not interested whatsoever. Like I said, I wanted the top-notch cornerback. So this guy's 6'2". Combine warrior. This guy's impressive. Raymond Brandon. I highly doubt he's going to be there, though, because he looks pretty good. Look, there's not one second-round projection cornerback, so there's a pretty heavy drop-off here, too, in terms of first to third-round selection, so it's a little bit concerning. Oh, man. You know, let's see, real quick, I don't want to pull the trigger too early, but let's see if we can pull a real quick trade to try to get another first-rounder. I don't want to trade any of my second-rounders, so I'm going to be a little bit greedy here, but we'll maybe trade a third of this year and a first of next year for a first of this year, and I think a team might be willing to do that especially because they probably are expecting a pretty heavy drop off once again from us. So I want to get a pretty high pick this year though, because I want to get a pretty nice cornerback. So let's see what we can do. Let's get, number 10 pick with the Buccaneers should be good. Let's see. Interested, but need a bit more value. Maybe we'll throw in our 7th or 6th. We don't have a 7th this year. Throw in our 6th, and interested and still need. Oh, this always happens. I want to need to throw in a position player that I don't want to throw in. This always happens every single time. I just throw in this quarterback who's a backup, and it worked. Okay, so trade went through. We now have another first rounder. Of course, we had to trade away our first rounder of next year, which could end up biting us in the butt. But I think this is a pretty nice draft class. So I think this is one that we kind of have to pull the trigger with, or pull the trigger on early. I think this Raymond Brand guy is a pretty nice player. B man coverage, B minus zone, and B plus press, and he's 6'2" and he's fast. So that's what I'm really concerned about. That he's got the height and he's got the athleticism. So another good guy, or I think he's better than these guys, honestly. And these guys are all projected to be top like 10 picks. So I think we pulled the trigger on Brandon with our second first rounder, but with the top 4 pick that we have, with the number 4 pick to be exact, I think we pulled the trigger on Caesar Griffin because this guy looks really good to me. And let's check one more time. Number 1 in the 40-yard dash, 40.5-inch vertical jump and a 10-foot broad jump. That's impressive. It's not as impressive as Justin Felton's, but impressive nonetheless. And Justin Felton doesn't have nearly the speed that Caesar Griffin does, just better acceleration. So I can work with this. Let's check out what we can do. Let's just sim a week or two in advance. We already used basically all our scouting points, so not a whole lot more we can do. So we'll just sim week by week, see what we can do. I think we can get this whole offseason done in one episode. Oh, we got Eric, or Eben. This guy had a weird name. I can't remember what his name was, but we got him to sign as a right tackle, which is good news. Let's see. I'm looking at this right now. Quarterback is still a necessity. Our whole defense is freaking impressive. Let's be honest. Let's see. We have Zach Daniel, Noah Pittman, Connor Simon. I think Connor Simon is our third or second rounder. Let's get this all down. Okay, let's look at our scouted board and get an idea of who we want to do. That was a weird way of phrasing that. Who we want to get. So, first pick, I'm assuming Felton's not going to be there, and even if he was, I don't think I would get him. I think we go with Caesar Griffin, even though Zach Daniel's a beast, projected to be a top 5 quarterback pick. I think we go with Caesar Griffin, and I think he's a beast, so I think we go with him. Next, I think we go with Raymond Brandon, who I think is going to be a top-notch cornerback in the league. Second rounders, we get Connor Simon, and who is our other second round pick going to be? Did we never put this in consideration? We didn't, did we? We never looked at the other second rounder because we just assumed we were going to get a quarterback. So we need to find another second round pick. Not only that, but we traded away our third rounder of this year. So let's check what picks we have. We have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 4th, 5th, and a 6th. The 5th and the 6th I'll probably just trade away for a 4th and a 3rd of next year's, along those lines. But we need to find one more second rounder, and we need to find a 4th round selection. So what do we need? We need it wouldn't hurt to find a nice little center in the draft, just because I don't know if Wisniewski will sign. So under the situation that he doesn't, let's try to find a big center here as a little bit of a steal for our second round selection. Run block is pretty good, but I want to find a guy who's got some strength. Strength is always good for a player, so this guy is first for most of those things. B plus impact block. Look at this. Okay, there we go. That'll be our 4th round selection. This is Max Cooper guy. And then for our other second round selection, we need to find one more guy. A second rounder is a big deal, so I need to find something that I think we need a lot of improvement. Oh my goodness, a lot of improvement in. I don't know why that's so difficult to say. 7.3 is 6'1". Oh yeah, this is the guy we've already scouted. I don't really know what position we need really bad, honestly. We'll look at a right guard too, just in case the right guard isn't signed. So we'll just kind of get some safety picks here. This right guard looks pretty nice. He actually kind of destroyed the combine compared to any other right guard. And a B plus run block will be really nice because we want to get Todd Gurley the ball more often this next year. So I think we have our draft board set up. I think we go in here. I think we're ready to go, and hopefully none of our guys get taken, because since I am trying to move relatively quickly to try to get the videos up and try to get this within 25 minutes, try to get this video relatively short. I'm not going to look at that many backup options, but This is a big week. Everybody signed. Okay, this is really good news. It's actually kind of, I feel some mixed emotions because we were going to scout and draft that center right guard. But how about we just trade away those picks? We get some top picks for next year, and then we can continue the rebuilding process next year with some top-notch first rounders or second rounders. So here's our wide receivers. Let's see what they're looking at. Got Tavon Austin there at the 3 spot, but let's continue to move on. We got Quinn and Donald, who are 99 overalls. We got Lane as our new number 2 guy, who will soon probably be moved to the slot cornerback, though, because we're going to be drafting a cornerback here in the first round. I want that cornerback to get a lot of playing time. Ogletree, Ayers, all these guys. I think our defense is looking pretty good. I think that's the highlight, especially our defensive line. So let's just move on to the draft. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time just emphasizing backups and stuff like that, because those are kind of basic needs. And I think with the way we set up our draft board, I think we should be able to get all 3 guys that we want, and then be able to trade away the remaining picks and have everything be fine. So let's start the NFL draft, and let's see, we should have the number 4 pick, I think. So let's see, with the first pick, okay, the first 4 picks are the Ravens, the Raiders, the Texans, and then of course us. But I don't know why the Ravens were the worst team in the league. That's a little odd, in just my personal opinion. Let's go pick by pick, though. First pick, they're going to get Hunter. So let's just look at the draft board one more time. I just want to make sure that we should be able to get one of those receivers. Zach Daniels, number 8 overall. Cesar Griffin's number 12 overall. We, by all means, should be able to get him. So not too concerned. We probably should have scouted those other couple of cornerbacks. I never looked at them. But I think Griffin was kind of the guy on my mind. So I think he's the guy who I want the most. This guy got Finley. Like I said, if that number 1 projected receiver is not taken, which he wasn't, I still don't think I like him more than Griffin, quite honestly. I think Griffin looks like a beast. And Felton looks good, but he's got those great combine stats, but he doesn't have the speed like Griffin. He's a little bit older, and he just doesn't have the catching stats, and it just is kind of affecting my perception of him. So I think we go with Cesar Griffin here, even though it might be a stretch. Let's see what he is. An 80 overall, he's ranked 18th in true talent, 97 speed, there we go, 87 spec catch, 84 catching traffic, 85 acceleration. I didn't expect his acceleration to be that great. 87 release, 94 jumping. This guy can be a big guy for us in the red zone. 97 speed. Once he gets to it's going to take him a while to get up to full speed, but once he does, with 6'4" being his height, and the fact that he can get to that fast of a speed, he's going to be crazy. I already know it. So let's continue to go pick by pick until our number 10 pick. Farmer was taken. Hopefully nobody takes the cornerback we want. I actually don't remember his name, so I won't even recognize it if he does get taken. Moss was taken. I know it wasn't him. Zach Daniels was taken. So there we go. Now I don't have to worry about the pressure of picking up that quarterback. And Walker was taken. So a lot of secondary players in this draft. A lot of cornerbacks, and then there's a couple safeties in there too. Okay, Scott Cook. Where's the cornerback that went? Raymond Brandon. That was his name. That's right. I think this guy looks like a beast. And I know I'm stretching a little bit by getting these guys who are not projected to be drafted until late first round. But I think when you find a guy that fits what you're looking for, and they have the talent that you're looking for, I think sometimes you pull the trigger a little bit early, and that's what I'm going to do here. So Raymond Brandon will be our other pick. 78 overall. It's saying that we reached. But he's got 96 speed, 92 acceleration, 85 man coverage. He can cover the fastest receivers in the league. He's only 21 years old. He's got 78 overall. I think he's good for us to be just number 2 cornerback straight out of college. So no crazy picks yet. Both of them are being signs that they're a little bit of a reach. That's okay. That's literally okay with me, though. So let's advance to our next user pick. Hopefully, who is that we're going to be looking at for this next pick? I think it was, there's not any of the guys up there, or the guy I was looking at, but let's go to scouted. What was the position that we were looking for? Oh yeah, Connor Simon, the quarterback. That's what I was looking for. Hopefully this guy will be the beast. Hopefully he'll be what we're looking for a quarterback to replace Nick Foles, because I don't think Nick Foles is the future. The reason I want him the reason I want a pocket passer instead of like a mobile quarterback or something of that nature, I think the Rams will just function better with a guy who can just stay in the pocket and kind of get the receivers involved, get Todd Gurley going. I think that's what we need the most. So Connor Simon will be the guy who we get. Excellent pick. Number 2 in true talent. We got the steal of the draft. The number 2 overall quarterback, the number 2 overall player in the whole draft, Connor Simon. I knew this guy was good, boys. We did it. I mean, I don't want to jump to it. We didn't do it because we haven't rebuilt it yet, but 84 overall out of college, number 2 in the whole draft, and we got him at 36. Oh my, is that a steal? That's a steal and a half, quite honestly. Man, I'm excited to see this guy play. So, I'm excited. This is great news. Not only that, but we're gonna trade the remaining picks that we have. So, we'll trade away those picks, and that'll be the end of this episode is when I trade away those picks. So, let's see what we can get for these. Review offers. Let's see what we can get next year first rounder from quite a few different teams. Any package deals? Nope, they're all just first rounders. Let's just take an assumption on which team's going to do the worst. It's the Falcons, Pittsburgh, Bengals. I think Chicago's going to be the worst of all those teams. I don't even think it's going to be close. So we'll get the Bears pick. We're going to continue to trade our picks away. For those of you wondering why I'm doing this, we got the free agents we wanted, so we don't really need these picks, especially considering there wasn't enough people in this draft to fill the remaining holes that we have. And I think we filled the majority of our holes this first free agency. Of course, there's some upgrades we need to make via just development and stuff like that, but I think we'll be pretty good for the next couple of years. Let's get a third rounder now. Seahawks, Bengals, or Colts. The Bengals will probably be the worst out of those three teams. So we'll just continue to get these picks just so we can get. I want to stock up on picks for this next year so we can have another pretty big draft and hopefully get another pretty big steal because this quarterback should be pretty nice. Now my thought process for this next year, I'll send one more year, see how we do record-wise, see what we can do in the draft, see what we can do in free agency, and I think I'll play a couple games the year after this year. I know you guys probably want to see that quarterback in his rookie debut, but just for the purpose of keeping this entertaining and keeping the constant rebuild process going, I just want to go one more year and just see how he does as a CPU, because that's what matters most, because I'm not going to be playing the majority of the game, so the only way we're going to make the playoffs is if our CPU performs well. So let's see how this quarterback does while I'm not controlling him. So out of all these teams, the Browns will probably be the worst. We're just going to kind of project stats on them. Even though the Browns were 6-0 when we played them last year, I highly doubt they're going to continue that type of domination. So let's continue to skip ahead. And I think we're coming down to our last couple of picks. The sixth rounder should be our last pick. So we can get a couple of fourths here. We are really stacking up on picks here. We can get the Bengals pick, the New Orleans pick, Falcons. I think the New Orleans probably do the worst because Drew Brees probably retired. Either that or he declined a ton. So we'll do that pick, and then we'll skip ahead to the draft, and we'll get to the end of the draft, and that will be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please click like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion on that crazy steal of the quarterback, and comment your opinion of the series and what I can do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Thank you guys so much for all your support through all the series I've been making, and let's try to make this a good series and keep the tempo up, and let's just keep rebuilding these Rams with the great draft classes we have coming ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.